haven't vlogged in, I don't remember the last time. Why I'm vlogging today? Well, honestly, I just felt like vlogging. I haven't done it in so long, and I feel like you guys should have an update about what's going on. I think the last vlog that you saw was when Tiffany was in the hospital because she injured herself at a Ninja's. She kind of had to get stitches. So you guys can check that out if you haven't seen it. And right now I'm just driving to work, and if you want to know what I've been up to, I've been working. I work every single day of the week. I'm not even joking. Obviously I get holidays off, but other than that, I am straight up working every single day. I have 3 jobs, believe it or not. Ask me how I'm surviving. I'm not even sure myself. I barely have time for myself. As you can see, I have to vlog in my car because I don't have any time to sit down at home or wherever. I really don't have time for that. There's a lot going on in my life, a lot of personal things that are going on, and I'm not really going to discuss it further than that. Just know that it's a lot. I'll be okay. I know I will. I just have to keep pushing and be strong. I have an idea of where I want to be in the next year, the next 2 years. So I know right now is the time for me to hustle. If anything, I don't want to be complacent. I know that I want to keep evolving every single day. I want to keep improving. I want to keep doing better for myself. And the one thing that I love about driving early in the morning is seeing the sunrise. It's actually really beautiful. The sky looks warmer than what it actually is. It's freezing. It's 1 degree and it's not even Halloween yet. There is some frosting on the trees and on the ground. So yes, it has been snowing. As a matter of fact, it snowed yesterday. Flurries, and I think it's going to continue to snow. So I need to put winter tires on my car. I have an art show coming up in November. My work's going to be with Mercedes-Benz, and that happens yearly. I mean, not my art spin in there yearly, but that event specifically happens yearly. Right now I'm at a stoplight, which is why I can look at this camera. Sorry when I'm not looking, I'm driving or just being aware of my surroundings. The Mercedes-Benz show happens yearly, and this will be my 2nd year participating. So what happens is we have to apply and we have to submit a piece of work, or I think the maximum might be 3, and then if yours is selected, then it gets to be up in Mercedes-Benz for a year. So last year I had mine up. I can link the vlog. I think I did a vlog of it down below, and I'll insert a picture so you can see me with my work. If you guys are interested in seeing any of my other artworks, I have my own website. It doesn't have everything that I've created, but they are selected pieces that I've displayed. I also have a Facebook page, which I haven't really been updating just because I actually haven't had time to do art, like personal art. The only art that I have been doing is for my teaching job. I'm actually a part-time art teacher, which is really exciting. So I've just been kind of doing demos for them. It's not anything that is completely mine, I'd say. So I'm not posting it up there. It's not refined to the way I like it to be. I'm still getting used to my routine. It's kind of all over the place right now just because there's so much going on that I haven't been able to really stick to a schedule. At the beginning I was, for the first couple of weeks of September, things were pretty scheduled, but obviously as life is the way it is, things happen and they're unplanned for, so you just kind of have to go with the flow of things. And I know my hair is a mess right now. Everything just feels like a mess at this point. And my lips are so dry. This is the one thing I don't like about cold weather is, you know, everything just goes dry. My hands are dry. And for some reason, a part of it is like really dry. And I've never really had that before where it like peels on like the crease. I don't know if you guys can see that. Never really had that before. But look at this. How beautiful is that? I guess since I graduated from university, I've started to really have time for myself, even though I said I don't really have time for myself. In a way I do. It's more time to think rather than doing. So I've been really self-reflecting a lot on when I have moments to myself, like such as before bed, like in the shower. I mean, I always had thoughts in the shower, but when I was in school, obviously I had to deal with school more than anything. But now that I'm not in school and I don't have assignments to take home or anything like that, I've had quite a bit of time to myself to think and reflect. There's still a lot that I have to do to become the best version of myself. I've learned that I can be very, very selfish, and I don't like that about myself. So on this whole journey to becoming better, I want to be more selfless, and more caring and more loving. Not that I haven't been that person, but it's just, I think I was so wrapped up in my own world for the longest time that I didn't realize how it affected the people around me. So I think I'm trying to be more considerate about people's feelings. And it hurts me to know that I was that way. And I think that I needed to know that about myself in order to change, because if I kept going the way I was, I don't think I would be a very nice person in the end. I don't think I'm a terrible person overall, but I think that there are parts of me that need to be worked on, and I think that this journey will make me stronger in the end. It's not something that happens overnight, a week, a month. It might take me months, it might take me a couple years. I think that every day I think about how I can make myself better, and I know that I'm gonna have some good and bad days. I think this whole thing is more of like a self, I don't know, I think this is so, I'm finding it very difficult for me to put my feelings into words and really communicate how I'm feeling, and I think I've had that problem for a very long time. It's just my brain, try to imagine this, like I have so many thoughts that they're all over the place trying to focus on one thing, and so many feelings at the same time, and then I'm trying to really communicate to people how I feel, and it's just very sporadic. And I'm learning how to kind of narrow things down and sort of organize them in my brain, if that even makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but it's the best way I can explain it for now. I think that sometimes I get so emotional that I can't, my brain, it kind of goes crazy that I just end up bursting out in tears. And it's not because what people say are hurtful or like I can't handle it, it's just there's just too much emotions to handle all at once that I just end up like crying and I can't really speak, and it's hard. I'm not perfect, and I sincerely apologize to the people that I care about, who I've hurt, and not given them the time of day that they deserve. I can't take anything back, and as much as I wish I could. And I'm honestly so sorry for not putting your needs above mine when they should have been. I'm just saying that I want to be a better person for myself and for the people that I care about. I really want to improve in those areas, and I want to learn more. Sometimes my attention span isn't so long, and it may be the fact that I'm exhausted and it's hard for me to be attentive, and that's not the person's fault or anything like that. That's my fault. I think I can be a person who gets bored easily, which is very hard for me to just sit and chill. I think I've become better at that, but for the longest time my life has been up and running. I'm always on the go. Which is why when it's time for me to sit and relax, it's very hard for me to do so. I mean, I can do it with myself because that's alone time, and that's when I really want to be alone. And being surrounded by dancers, I used to dance. I danced for many years of my life, and like I said, I was always up on the go. I've really actually thought about doing daily car vlogs. Because like I said, this is the only place that I can really sit down and talk to you guys. And I think that my focus isn't on YouTube, and I don't think that it really has been. I mean, a part of my life was heavily displayed on YouTube, and I'd have to say that was when I was in Italy, but that's just because I really wanted to document that specific time in my life, because I know that it was very dear to me and that I'd want to look back on it. So that's why I vlogged that. But now my life is pretty much almost the same every day. Almost. I can't say it's completely, but I got my full-time job, I got my part-time jobs, and I work every day of the week. And I don't want to just be saying that to you guys every day, because that can be very boring. And not that this channel is meant to entertain you, and it's more of just a video diary for myself, because I want to look back on this, and this isn't for anyone but myself, but I do like to include you guys because I know that some people watch. Alright, work day is over. It was hectic and really annoying because my computer keeps acting up and it keeps being really slow. It feels so empty without me. I am on my way to go pick up a car part because yo girl kind of damaged part of her car. Anyways, it's not even that bad. I am absolutely exhausted. But that's a given because, like I was saying earlier, I work every single day of the week. Like, I used to have a blog where I would write about things. I actually started it when I think I started it just before I left for Italy, or during Italy, I'm pretty sure it was before. And it started as like a sort of fashion blog. It started out as a fashion blog, and then it kind of turned it into traveling, because at the time when I was traveling, I was keeping a journal of like the places that I was going to, especially when I went to Greece. Like, I wrote a whole thing about Greece, but I'm finding I don't really have time for what I want to do. I want to vlog and I want to blog, and it's not because I want attention or anything. It's just I really find it therapeutic to document and edit and write, but I can't do that right now just because I have too much going on right now, and I just really need to focus. I think that I'm trying to multitask so much that none of my tasks are getting completed. They're taking longer than they should. I think that it's better if I just tackle one project at a time and go from there, as opposed to like doing many things all at once. Like, that really slows down the process of everything. So I really need to focus, and I'm finding it very difficult to do that. I used to be very good, but I think with this whole change and me going to work and stuff, and I have realized how exhausting it is. So kudos to my parents for working full-time and raising kids. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how any parent does it, really. Like, you go to work all day and you gotta come home and cook and take care of the kids. Like, it's a lot. I don't even have that. Like, I don't have any kids. I'm not responsible for that. I mean, I have other responsibilities, but kids are not one of them. There's so many ideas and so many projects that I want to work on. I just can't seem to figure out the time slot to do it, and I want to spend time with people that I care about, and when I do that, I obviously don't have time for doing those projects that I want to do. But I think maybe that's something that I'm going to have to think about over the holidays, because right now I think that my life is too jumbled up to even tackle all of that. I think at some point in my life, and I'm hoping within the next few months, that I will be able to tackle on all these projects that I want to do. But just right now, I think that there's just too much going on for me to really focus on it. And because, like, when I want to do projects, I want to do them well, so that requires me to, you know, give it the attention that it needs. And I don't like producing work that I'm not proud of, because it's a reflection of how I am, and I don't want people to think that I don't care, because I do care. I care very much about my work and everything else in my life. So I think that I really need to just take a breather sometimes. Like, I don't know, like, people keep telling me, like, I think you need to stop working every single day of the week and give yourself at least a day. And for me right now, I don't see that. I understand where they're coming from. I do, and they don't want me to burn out, and I wouldn't want to burn out either, but I think I'm doing okay considering I had a couple of days off this month. I'm celebrating birthdays, so there was my break because I worked all of September, and then I guess part of October I had off. November, I don't think I'm gonna have any days off. We'll see. I don't think I can really book anything off, and I really don't want to use my sick days or vacation days because I want to save them for actual vacation time, which won't be until sometime in the new year, probably later on in the new year even. I just really want to work hard now and then kind of take a breather after, but I really, really miss traveling a lot, even though I was just traveling in April and that was only a few months ago. It's very hard not to have some sort of trip to look forward to. At least nothing's booked right now, and I'm sure I will have something booked eventually, but for me, like traveling, I need that sort of like, oh, something to look forward to, something big. For me, going out of the country, going on a plane is something big, and I could even look forward to something that's minor, like a weekend thing, but again, like I really can't take any time off. Like I'm very, like I have commitments with work and I can't take it off. And being a teacher, like I don't want to miss a day of teaching because my students need me. Like I'm the only teacher for them, and kind of having that replacement, it kind of shifts things around, and I wouldn't want that. So I need to be present for them. And I first started YouTube a few years ago when I had no idea what was going on. I just was experimenting and want to try something new. If you guys watch a few vlogs back, I explained why I started YouTube in the first place. But anyways, I really thought that I would be consistent with it, and unfortunately I'm not, because I have so many things on the go, and it's just I can't prioritize it. It's not my life, and it's not my career. Like some YouTubers, it is their career, so kudos to them, and they're putting their all in. I just can't do that. I wish I could. I really wanted to be consistent and upload, every week, at least once a week, and I just can't find the time for it. Maybe I think eventually I will be able to do that, but just not right now, not for a while. I really miss doing travel vlogs. I really do. They are so much fun to film and edit. Like you just, I don't know, I love it. And as you can see, I'm not really traveling. The last place I went to was Niagara Falls, which was really fun. I was with my family and I had a really great time, but aside from that, I really haven't gone that far. And you know what else I miss? I miss like being able to watch like my friends' YouTube videos, because I do have friends here that I used to watch a lot, and I honestly don't watch it anymore. Like I would, I could watch it, like play it in the background, but I actually want to focus and actually watch it with my eyes and not just my ears, you know what I mean? Not just listen to it. Like Star and Olivia and Elaine, like I used to watch them whenever they would post, but I just honestly, I don't have the time for that. And what I do watch, or rather listen to a lot now, because I am so busy and I need to multitask, are TED Talks. I watch a lot of those, and they're actually really inspiring. I usually listen to them in the morning when I'm getting ready. It's pretty much the only time I'm on YouTube, to be honest. And then after I go to the dealership to get this car part, I gotta get home, and I pick up my brother, and then we're going out, visit family. After that, I gotta drop him back off home. And then I'm going to Alicia's, because that's where I'll be spending my evening with my friends. I've known Alicia since I was in the 4th grade. What do you guys think of story time videos? I have so many stories. Me and my crazy life, and how much of a klutz I am. It's pretty entertaining. I honestly find it very therapeutic to vocalize my thoughts, even though they can be very jumbled up, and I can go on tangents, and they don't always relate to each other. I could be talking about one thing and then suddenly it switches to another thing. I just looked at my makeup and it is such a mess. My eyeshadow, like, it's all smudged, and I just feel like it's been a rough week at work. And it's just showing on my face. That's okay. So I just finished at the dealership, got my part, so it's all good to go. I'm excited because I don't have to worry about that. We're gonna have to clean the car again and then put it in, but not that big of a deal. Probably do that tomorrow. And right now I'm just headed home to go get my brother, and that should take me maybe 15 minutes, I think. Yeah. What was he talking about earlier? Yeah. So if you guys like have any suggestions on how I could somehow figure out a way to do everything that I want to do at the same time. Almost at the same time. Not like literally freaking octopus arms. But if there's a way I can schedule my time. But the thing is, something always happens. So let's say I have my schedule down. What I used to do is write to a T in my agenda what my schedule would be. But the thing is, once something happens and it comes up and it kind of messes up my schedule for the day, say like, oh, I'm supposed to do this and this and this tonight, but then someone wants to go out, let's say, and then I know I'm not complaining that I'm going out with my friends because I love it, but let's say that happens, right? So then my whole evening of my list of things to do is thrown off. I don't get it all completed, and then it gets pushed to the next day, and then everything obviously gets pushed back. So I'm just wondering, what do you guys do so that you don't fall behind? So guys, this is my RPs, just putting it out there, and yeah, it's pretty legit. I have my own like, little statement there, my name. Yeah, look me up, go on my website.